Congratulations, my beloved son, my beloved daughter. Your arrival at this very moment is no accident, it is the result of divine orchestration. You have just stepped into a sacred turning point, a threshold that holds the power to transform your life in ways you've never imagined. You were not brought here by coincidence, but by an unseen, guiding hand that has watched over you from the beginning. I am the Lord your God, and I have chosen this precise moment to speak to you not vaguely, not distantly, but with clarity, intention, and love. I urge you to stay with this message until the very end. Do not allow distraction to steal what is about to be released, because if your heart is open and your spirit receptive, this will not be a moment of ordinary words, it will be a moment of impartation, of divine revelation, of the breakthrough you've been longing for. I have seen the tears you shed in silence. I have heard the prayers whispered in the stillness, and I have carried the heaviness that you felt. Today, I come not with routine words, but with something consecrated. This message is not common, and this moment is drenched in sacred purpose. You are standing at the edge of a miracle. You are moments away from walking through a spiritual gateway that most never even approach. And yet, here you are still, present, attentive, proving that even if your faith feels small, it is alive. And that little faith, though seemingly insignificant, is more than enough for me to move mountains. You waited long. You've endured the tests. You've walked through shadows, feeling at times like everything was falling apart. But let me assure you, nothing was ever truly lost. Behind the scenes, beyond what your eyes could see, I was aligning everything with divine precision. And now, the appointed hour has come. Today is not just another day. It is a divine encounter. I ask you to open your heart fully, yes, your mind too, but more so your spirit, because this is not just a message, this is a visitation. This moment carries the breath of my spirit, the echo of my living word, and the weight of my promise to you. I do not deceive. I do not forget. I do not arrive late. And now, listen closely. I am about to unveil something that will completely shift your perspective. I have reserved for you a blessing so profound that your eyes have yet to see it, your ears have yet to hear it, and your heart has yet to even conceive of it. It is vast, it is precious, and I have held it close, guarding it like a divine treasure, and now, the time has come for it to be revealed. It is manifesting, but pay close attention, for not everyone will receive it. Only those who hear with ears of faith, who keep their hearts open and sensitive to my voice, will be able to take hold of what I've already set in place. Do you feel it stirring? Can you sense that inner shift, that movement deep within you as these words reach your spirit? This is not mere emotion. This is not chance. It is my spirit encountering you, stirring what has long been dormant, confirming what you silently hoped for. That flicker of desire, that dream you thought had faded, is reigniting with a renewed flame. I am working right now, not only in the areas you've been praying for, yes, even your finances I am reaching, but deeper still, I am moving through the inner chambers of your heart, your emotions, your identity, your relationships, your spiritual core. I am entering like dawn's light, breaking through the darkness, touching places you thought were forgotten or beyond repair. Consider for a moment the reality that I, the one who shaped galaxies, who speaks and universes respond, have chosen to incline toward you, to hear your whispers, and now to respond. That very blessing you've yearned for is no longer distant. It's not a fantasy. It is my living promise, breathing life, pressing close, standing right outside your door. But hear this truth clearly. The blessing I'm releasing requires something from you, an act of faith. Not works, not rituals, not outward performance, but a genuine belief, a listening heart, an openness to what I am saying. Because if you tune this out, if you dismiss these words, you may miss the encounter I've designed for you. This message will not be received by everyone. Many will scroll past. Many will see only surface. Many will treat this as just another message. But you, yes, you who feel the resonance of truth in your soul, you who feel the fire rising again, do not walk away. This is not ordinary. This is your divine appointment. This is your sacred invitation. This is the voice of your God saying to you, my child, I am here. Do not be afraid. Rise up. Believe. Step forward. I am doing something unprecedented, something marvelous, something that will echo into eternity. Remain here. Be still. Because in what follows, I will begin to unveil specific confirmations, proof that this message was custom designed for your life long before your first breath. My beloved, read slowly, for what you're seeing now is more than text. These are divine declarations, a holy decree sent from heaven directly to your soul, wrapped in purpose, filled with destiny. It is no accident that your eyes are reading these words right now, nor is it chance that something deep within your spirit is awakening. It is because my voice is echoing in the innermost part of your being. I am the Lord your God, and on this day, I proclaim a shift over your life. A new season is beginning. A season of release, of provision, of supernatural overflow. Just as the heavens respond to the cry of faith, they are opening now, right now, to pour upon you what has been held in reserve for this appointed time. Listen closely. Today is not an ordinary day. Today is the moment I scheduled in eternity for you to receive what you have long awaited. Not next week, not in some distant tomorrow. Today is the day of divine access, the day when I move powerfully on your behalf to bring breakthrough in your finances, provision, and every area that has been under strain. I am the God of covenant, the same God who prospered Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and just as I blessed them, so I will bless you. My character does not shift, my promises never fail, and what I have spoken over you will be fulfilled without delay. I will cause you to prosper fully, completely, and abundantly, not by worldly definitions, but according to my own eternal standard, which is flawless, overflowing, and without limit. I do not deal in small portions, nor do I hold back from those who have chosen to trust in me. You, who have believed even in scarcity, who have continued despite closed doors, who gave when you had little to offer, you are the one who will now receive in abundance. I see your unwavering faith, and to the faithful, I unlock paths where none seem to exist. I multiply what appears insufficient. I release wisdom to generate increase. I provide access to doors that no one can block. What I say is not a fleeting promise or emotional lift, it is eternal truth. It is divine certainty, and it always manifests for those who place their hope in me. I am faithful, and I will never fail my word. If you believe what I'm declaring today, if you dare to trust it, then prepare yourself for a radical shift in your financial atmosphere. Like rain falling after a long drought, you will witness new life springing up in areas that seem dry and barren. Where things once seemed lifeless, abundance will emerge. Where stagnation lingered, flow will begin. Do you believe this? Because if you carry even the smallest seed of faith, Then ready your heart. What I am about to do will exceed your greatest expectations. You will no longer crawl through the dust of despair, for a financial shift is rapidly approaching. The chapter of lack and limitation is closing, and you are standing at the threshold of unlocking a heavenly gateway of divine provision. This is not an emotional exaggeration, it is a living word, released straight from my throne and directed to you. Open your heart wide, because the downpour of blessings will be so mighty, so abundant, that you'll be overwhelmed in awe. You will find yourself asking, "Lord, how can this be?" And I will respond, because you believed in the silence, because you did not walk away when I called, because you made space in your heart for my voice. I have witnessed every struggle you endured. I have counted the days you've walked through financial strain. I have seen your generous spirit giving freely even when your own hands were empty. And now I, your God, am about to release such a mighty wave of abundance over your life that your only response will be worship. Your only words, a testimony of my faithfulness. Don't dismiss this moment. Don't harden your hearing. Don't quench the fire I've placed inside your spirit. This day, yes. This very day is marked as the beginning of a total financial transformation. This is your day of breakthrough, the day when divine promise collides with earthly reality. Today is the day of miraculous provision, the day when long-awaited harvest bursts forth. I have set aside for you a miracle like no other, a personal display of my boundless love, intimate care, and sovereign power. Before you took your first breath, I had already woven this moment into your life's design. Before you ever felt the sting of lack, I had written a future of provision over your name. There is no limit to what I can do for you. Don't place restrictions where I've already created access. Don't lower your expectations when what I've prepared is vast, everlasting, and dripping with glory. I am your provider. I am the God of wonders, the one who forms abundance from emptiness, the one who transforms drought into rivers overflowing. Nothing is too difficult for me. This is my declaration to you. Believe with your whole heart, wait with expectancy, act boldly in faith because fulfillment has already been activated. What's coming will exceed your dreams, overflow your containers, and forever mark your life with my goodness. Pay close attention, for I do not speak without purpose. Every word you're receiving in this very moment carries divine intent, weighty with eternity, saturated with power to transform. This is not background noise, nor the echo of fleeting human thoughts. It is my voice, the voice of your Creator, speaking straight to your spirit. I am not here to entertain or soothe you with illusions. I am here to liberate you, to establish you in a truth that is unshakable and everlasting. I am unchanging yesterday, today, and forever, and what I've begun in you cannot be undone by any force. Your journey to this point is not a result of luck or sheer will. It is my hand that has guided every step, even the ones that felt lost, even the moments that seemed off course. I was with you when confusion clouded your path, when the temptation to quit loomed large, when the whispers of fear tried to take root, and yet you pressed forward. That unseen determination did not go unnoticed. Heaven watched as you endured, as you obeyed when no one was watching, as you sowed hope in the darkest valleys. Those private tears, those hidden sacrifices, are about to bear a harvest you cannot yet imagine. I will bring you out of dry places and lead you into a season marked by steady provision. But understand this well, the new place I'm taking you isn't just about shifting your surroundings. It's about transforming how you see. I will awaken your spirit with clarity so profound, you will begin to recognize my movement with ease. You'll know when to pause, when to act, when to speak, and when silence holds more power. Many are restless because they are caught in the noise, unable to separate my voice from their thoughts, but you are being refined. I am tuning your spiritual senses so that you are led not by fleeting feelings, but by divine insight. You will begin to make decisions others won't understand, bold steps that seem irrational to them, but are perfectly aligned with my divine strategy. And these very steps will launch you into the destiny I have set aside just for you. Don't measure yourself against others. Don't fixate on their timelines, their achievements, or the routes they've taken. Your journey is custom designed, distinct, traced with my eternal fingerprint. You are walking a sacred path, one that carries my unmistakable mark. You don't need anyone's validation when you carry my authority. In the days ahead, you will witness an extraordinary acceleration in your life. What once took years to unfold will now happen in a matter of weeks. Delayed answers will begin to arrive swiftly, not because the circumstances around you have changed, but because you have changed. You have been molded, refined, and strengthened to hold what once would have overwhelmed you. And now, you are prepared not through perfection, but through surrender. It's never been about possessing endless strength, but about knowing the true source of it. And because you fixed your eyes on me, I now turn my full attention to you. I will prove that my promises were never just hopeful sayings. I will confirm that my word never returns empty. You will see with your own eyes that when I speak, everything aligns. The earth responds, time bends, hearts are stirred, and doors you once stood before helplessly will now swing wide open at the sound of my name. You won't have to strive in your own effort to bring about what only I can do. You'll need only to remain firm-rooted, confident, tuned into my voice, responsive to my leading. That posture of obedience is the very path that unlocks the fullness of blessing. Don't be intimidated by the magnitude of what's approaching. Don't pull back because it seems too vast. I'm the one who equips you. I'm the one who trains you. I didn't anoint you for mediocrity, nor did I shape you for the ordinary. I have formed you in the hidden places to reveal you in the right moment, not for your elevation, but for the expression of my glory through your life. This is not about boasting, but about walking in authority marked by humility. For those who have endured the fire don't rise in pride, they rise in worship. And now hear me clearly. Nothing you've lost, no matter how painful, will ever outweigh the glory of what's coming. No wound will compare to the healing joy that's about to fill your soul. I restore abundantly. When I heal, I leave no trace of the wound. When I give, I pour out until it surpasses every expectation. When I open a door, no force on earth can shut it, and you are about to witness these truths unfold before your very eyes. So stop looking behind you. Stop questioning the past. Stop grieving what didn't come to pass. What I am doing is fresh, alive, and it is already emerging. Only those who trust in me can perceive it, and you have trusted. That's why now is your moment to step into the manifestation of what once existed only as a whispered promise. Stay focused, for every word you are receiving in this very moment has been spoken from eternity into your present reality with divine intent. What's taking place right now is not ordinary. This is not merely a message meant to inspire. This is a sacred impartation, a spiritual breakthrough designed specifically for you. What was stuck is being released, and what was held back is being activated right now. This is not just encouraging words, it is my divine intervention, tailor-made for your journey. For too long, You've carried a weight that was never yours to bear. You've relied on your own efforts, your strength, your plans, and strategies trying to hold together what could only be upheld by my power. You've done your best, and yet deep within, you sensed something was still missing, not because you failed, but because what you were building was only one piece of a much larger picture. What I'm calling you into now is not the outcome of your skill or your capacity. It's beyond what any human effort could achieve. What I've set apart for you cannot be measured by what you've seen before. It is divine in origin. It is supernatural in nature. What I'm about to release in your life doesn't follow the rules of human understanding, doesn't wait for ideal conditions, and doesn't require visible resources. My provision flows from higher places. It travels through hidden channels. It arrives from unexpected directions. Get ready, what's coming is not bound by logic. It's ruled by my spirit. I create paths through oceans, draw water from solid stone, send bread from the skies, and now, just as I did before, I am carving new and surprising ways in the middle of your lack. I am dismantling old patterns, pulling down invisible walls that kept your vision confined, and placing you on ground that is rich ground prepared for growth, for purpose, and for fulfillment. This is the appointed moment when the pace of your life shifts into alignment with heaven's rhythm. What once felt disjointed will begin to fit together with divine precision. Connections you thought were lost will return with new meaning. The silence that once stung your soul will be replaced by clarity and answers. Everything that appeared stuck, paused, or without motion is now being touched by my hand, not in chaos, not in spectacle, but with authority, intention, and power. I am working in stillness, yet what I am doing carries weight. My moves may not shake the earth with noise, but they always produce undeniable fruit. And those who truly walk with me will recognize it, because they've learned that my voice is often quiet but never powerless. The physical limitations you see will not stop what I have ordained, because my favor surrounding you is stronger than any opposition or barrier in your way. At the same time, I am purifying your inner lens. I'm teaching you how to distinguish between what seems urgent and what is truly essential, between what has lasting value and what merely passes with time. You will no longer move based on what your eyes see, but by the insight I place within you. You will no longer react to situations emotionally, but respond with wisdom and spiritual confidence. I am sharpening your spiritual hearing so that my voice will stand out above the noise. Because what I have prepared for you cannot be accessed through confusion or distraction. You need clarity, and I am giving it. You need guidance, and I am already providing it. My only request is this: do not close your heart. Do not allow fear to rob you of what hath been intricately prepared for this very season. Don't wait for everyone around you to validate what I've said. Don't expect others to fully grasp the journey you're on. Many won't understand the changes happening in your life. Many won't see what I've shown you, and that's perfectly okay. Your calling does not require approval. What it does require is your obedience. If you choose to move forward in obedience even when the path feels unclear, I will reveal to you that faith is never in vain. Every confident step you take will bring you closer to fulfillment, to the visible unfolding of the promises I have spoken over your life. This is a divine shift. It marks the transition where what once appeared chaotic begins to form divine order. It's the season when delays turn into divine acceleration. It's the moment when what you longed for in the quiet corners of your heart will now be rewarded in the open, for all to see. Not because of merit, but because it has been appointed by my will. So remain steady. Don't step back. Don't allow exhaustion to distort your discernment. You are nearer than you realize. Every seed sown in faith, every offering made in trust, every hardship endured in silence, I have seen it all, and I will reward it, not sparingly, but in abundance, in honor, in divine glory. What I am crafting in your life is not only a breakthrough, it is a testimony that will bring lasting impact and fulfill eternal design. Be vigilant, for what I am showing you now is not repetition, it is deeper revelation. You are being drawn into a higher spiritual atmosphere, one where limited reasoning no longer guides you, but where divine insight leads your steps. This is not a moment for indecision or second guessing. It is a moment to stand in certainty, to lay hold of the words I've declared over you, and to act based on the truth I have embedded within your spirit. There is a fire stirring within you even now, a holy fire that burns away confusion, shakes off instability, and dismantles every lie that made you feel undeserving or incapable. I am clearing the soil of your mind, removing the debris of doubt, so you can clearly perceive what lies ahead. Many try to grasp the times by observing external signs, interpreting events, or leaning on natural insight, but that is not how I reveal my direction. My ways are not discovered through analysis, they are uncovered through discernment. And discernment flows from intimacy, not intellect. That's why I allowed seasons of silence, moments of emptiness, and stretches where answers felt far. Not because I was distant, but because I was teaching you to tune your ear to a higher frequency. I was training you to hear me in ways that transcend sound, through stillness, through trust, through the depths of relationship. Right now, in this very moment, something new is beginning to awaken within you. A fresh awareness is stirring, an inner sensitivity that allows you to perceive what was previously hidden from your understanding. You will begin to discern opportunities where others only notice problems. You will discover direction in places where most see only barriers, because I am not equipping you with ordinary tools, but with divine weapons. I am preparing you to tread unfamiliar territory with a boldness that doesn't come from your own strength, but from the supernatural confidence I am instilling within you. And as you take each step forward, you will find the ground rising to meet your foot, not before you move, not from a place of comfort, but only when faith is activated. Many have chosen to pause, afraid of missteps, worried about the unknown, but I have not called you to stand still in fear. I've called you to move with trust. Even if the direction feels unclear, even if not all the answers are in your hands, keep advancing. Because every faith-filled move will be supported by my power. I don't measure your worth by flawless execution. I respond to the heart that believes, to the obedience that dares to act despite uncertainty. And if you choose to lean into what I'm depositing into your spirit, I will take what once seemed irrational and validate it through undeniable fruit. This next season isn't about reward. It's about assignment. It's about purpose unfolding through you. The revelations I'm about to give are not simply for personal benefit, they're part of something far more expansive. Everything I entrust to you will carry kingdom weight. You will be sent into environments where your presence alone will begin to shift the atmosphere. You'll speak, and restoration will begin, not because of your eloquence, but because I will saturate your words, your eyes, your gestures with my presence. You are being placed strategically, exactly where I want you. Nothing happening in your life is accidental. Every change you've encountered, every sudden departure, every unexpected encounter has been a piece of my orchestration. I do not act without intention. I do not work through coincidence. I lead with precision. And what you are experiencing now is a divine realignment, a recalibration of your path to perfectly intersect with a mission that stretches far beyond any plan you could have imagined for yourself. Even what once appeared to be a loss, a delay, or a sudden detour will now be revealed for what it truly was: a necessary release to separate you from what could not follow you into the next level. I am preparing to do something entirely different in and through your life, something that will defy tradition, challenge expectations, and leave even those closest to you in awe. I am unveiling a blueprint over your destiny that has never before been displayed. You were never meant to follow the crowd, repeat old patterns, or mimic what others have done. You've been handpicked to forge ahead where roads didn't exist. Where others met obstacles, you will step into open space. Where others saw wilderness, you will reap a bountiful harvest. Where rejection held others back, favor will propel you forward, because I am setting a seal upon you unseen to the world, but unmistakable in the spirit. It is the seal of those I've chosen to be pioneers, carriers of a divine shift, those whose touch marks a clear before and after. I will enlarge your vision and expand your perception. What once looked like lack will now appear to you as land ready to bloom. What once felt like limitation will now look like a doorway of faith. And when others watch you and ask and wonder, how have you endured? How do you keep your hope? How do you still move forward? Your answer will be clear: it is not your own might, but my grace that holds you. And grace does not falter, fade, or fail. It surrounds you with consistency, unwavering, and enduring, just like my promises. I am granting you wisdom to make decisions rooted in clarity. No more missteps guided by external noise or emotional urgency. I will illuminate your path: what to pursue, when to act, and whom to align with. The fog of confusion will lift. The cycle of wandering ends here. What used to demand years of effort and tears will now come into order with one simple, obedient step. For you are stepping into a season where obedience will be your most powerful weapon. What others chase with strain, you will access by trust. And never forget, I don't look for those already equipped, I equip those I call. Don't dwell on what you think is still missing. I will perfect it all at the right moment. Just keep moving forward, for you are about to witness, with your own eyes, that what once felt delayed has now arrived in fullness.